Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my first DIY content on YouTube. Sebelum ni saya ada je upload video-video lain kat YouTube channel ni, tapi mungkin tak berapa menarik untuk korang tengok kot. But since you guys are here, you know, why don't you guys go and check them out as well kan? Kot tengah bosan ke apa, show your boy some love and support lah kan. A quick introduction of myself. My name is Kairin. A lot of people call me Kai, and I'm from Muar Johor. For this particular video, I'm going to share with you guys 3 DIY projects that I did prior to redecorating my sister's bedroom. So I decided to help my sister to do a bedroom transformation / bedroom makeover, and I straightaway searched for some DIY decor ideas, especially on Pinterest. And I found several DIY projects that can be done at home on my own. Generally all these projects are doable by everyone. I'm pretty sure that semua orang boleh buat juga DIY project ni, and it's also considered affordable compared to if you guys keluar beli barang decor dekat luar. But despite being doable and affordable, these projects will still give a lot of impact in your bedroom or space. So I hope this video will give you guys some inspiration or ideas to start DIY some decorations for your own space or bedroom, especially to those yang kata, you know, bedroom decor atau bedroom transformation ni mahal kan, makan kos dan sebagainya. So that's not always the case lah, it depends on the situation as well. So basically this is a kind of part 1 of the whole transformation. The part 2, which is the whole process of the makeover, I will upload it next week. I hope you guys will subscribe to my channel because I'm going to deliver more videos soon in the future. Without any further ado, it's ado guys, not ado. I can't even English right now. Let's jump straight away into the first DIY project. These are the supplies that I used, including some power tools, because I started this DIY from scratch. So for the first project, I'm using pine pallet wood to build the hanging wall shelves. Kalau korang tengok, kayu pallet tu dah ada cat hitam, dah ada screw, ada braces. That's because I have used this pallet wood before for my previous project, which was to build a bed frame for my own bedroom. What I did first was removing all the screws, the nails, the braces, and also I pull out all the wood pieces from the whole chunk. Typically kalau korang beli kayu pallet daripada kedai buah ke or somewhere else, memang kena buang kayu tu sekeping-sekeping like what I'm doing in this video right now. Memang agak leceh sikit, tapi kalau korang ada duit lebih, korang boleh je beli kayu pallet yang dah siap ketam, yang dah siap recondition or refurbished daripada kedai-kedai kayu. Tapi kalau beli kayu yang dah recondition atau refurbished, quite pricey lah. Sebatang kayu mungkin harga dalam RM15. So if you guys want to do a big project, then you will have to spend a lot of money. Untuk kayu pallet yang raw pula, typically harga dia around RM10 to RM50 for one big chunk. Once I'm done dismantling all the wood pieces, I measured and cut the wood pallet to the length that I wanted my shelves to be. So for this project, I cut 4 pieces of 50 cm pallet wood. So setiap satu shelf tu akan ada 2 kayu pallet yang diikat together, but you guys can choose whatever size, whatever length that you guys want them to be. Next, I drill a hole on each end of the pallet wood. So after drilling, make sure you guys test dulu, you know, make sure that the jute rope, tali jute tu can fit into the hole. Kalau tidak, korang kena drill lubang yang lagi besar lah. After that, I sanded the pallet wood to give it a smoother surface. Korang kalau tak ada tools, korang boleh guna getah pasir biasa lah, but penat sikit lah kot. Since I don't have any flat wood bracket, I flattened the L-shaped bracket and then used them to bind my woods together. I feel that binding them together using a bracket is more secured rather than just gluing them together. So this is now how my palette looks like. Ada permukaan yang tak rata sangat, but it's okay, never mind. Once we dah stain the wood, dah colourkan dengan warna kayu, it won't look that obvious. And after all, it's only for wall shelves. Kalau nak buat perabot ke apa ke, you know, maybe you would consider sanding them properly. So I'm using golden pine wood stain from Seamaster. I already have this wood stain from my previous project, so basically I'm just using it again. I didn't buy new color, but you guys can opt for your own choice of color. It could be walnut or dark brown, or any color that you guys think fit. And as you can see here, there are several different shades on the wood because I didn't sand them properly. But once dah letak barang, dah letak decoration on top of the shelf, I doubt that it will look visible. But if you guys are particular about that, then you guys should spend more time to sand them properly lah. Because as for me, I'm just too lazy to spend more time sanding them. Lengoh tangan. Let the wood dry overnight, and the next day I inserted the jute rope into the hole that I have drilled. I tied one end on both holes, but on the other side I left it as it is, because later on I will readjust the height according to the height that I wanted. So saya tak ikat siap-siap lah, saya masukkan dalam lubang, but then biar je. So the same thing I did with the other shelf, masukkan pada satu side and then ikat siap-siap, but the other side I left it as it is because nak adjust kemudian. So one useful tip that I found, bila nak masukkan jute rope tu dalam lubang, you can tape them using cellophane tape dan masukkan dalam lubang. Sebab kadang-kadang if you don't tape them, the strands, the end tends to get messy dan susah nak tarik masuk dalam lubang. So you cellophane tape them and then masukkan dalam lubang. Next, I use masking tape and trace the length of the shelf on the wall supaya boleh agak-agak ketinggian lubang untuk di-drill. My hole was 30 cm higher than the shelf, so you guys could hang it how you want it to be lah kan, tinggi ke rendah ke terpulang lah. But later on I think I kinda adjusted a little bit, so it's not really 30 cm. Make sure you guys drill deep enough so that your wall plug can fit into the hole. As for the hook, I'm using normal wall hooks which I spray painted gold, but I'm planning to get a pair of new hooks once this RMO is over, because this one looks kinda boring. Probably I'll try to find something more vintage looking or retro looking hook to complement the wall shelves. So after adjusting the height of the shelf, I finish it off by tying the other end of the rope, just exactly same as how I did on the other side. When adjusting the height, you will notice that tali yang belah depan akan lebih panjang sedikit daripada tali belah belakang. That's because tali yang depan tu dia tarik sedikit ke belakang kan. It's like pulling towards the hook. So that's why it's important to adjust your shelf after you hang it on the wall, because kalau you guys ikat siap-siap tali tu, probably your shelf would be slanting towards ke depan ke dan sebagainya. So make sure you hang it first and then you adjust the height, and then baru you ikat mati. Finally, I remove the excess rope from the knot that I have tied, but you guys can also leave the excess rope and then ceraikan hujung tali tu, and then giving it a tassel look. But I chose to give it a clean look, so that's why I cut them off. And that finishes off the hanging wall shelves project. Oh, another final step that I took was actually to burn the excess strands that were coming out from the rope. So you guys don't have to burn the whole rope, just kawasan-kawasan yang nampak bulu-bulu tu keluar tu. So gunakan lighter, just bakar sikit-sikit saja, that's all. These are the supplies that I used and probably that you will need as well if you want to recreate this DIY. You can use any kinds of bottle that you could find at home. Botol Nescafe ke, botol kicap ke, botol sos ke, tak kisahlah. I'll be working with 4 different glass bottles for this DIY. And for these first two bottles, I'm going to spray paint 1/2 and 3/4 of the size of the bottle. I'm using Samurai flat white spray paint for these two, and later on I'm going to add some more details and texture to these bottles, which later on you will see in this video as well. Untuk botol ketiga, I'm using golden yellow spray paint, brand sama, Samurai, and I spray painted the whole bottle because basically right now I'm just experimenting with colors. I'm not going to add anything on after this. For the fourth and the last bottle, I'm using executive grey samurai paint, and I spray painted only the middle part of the bottle. I covered the top and the bottom part of the bottle using masking tape because later on I'm going to add on some extra texture and details, which you guys will see in the video later. After finish with the colours, I actually spray painted all the bottles with samurai clear coat, but I didn't have the footage here. Basically clear coat ni untuk tak nak bagi cat tu mudah tanggal atau terkopik daripada botol tu lah. Once dried, I continued with adding some details and texture to the first two bottles that I spray painted with flat white colour. So apa yang saya buat kat sini, saya celup berus kecil tu dalam acrylic paint, and then using my thumb, I did the flicking motion on the brush, letting the acrylic paint to splatter on the bottle randomly. Memang tak ada corak spesifik pun untuk step ni. I did it randomly until I feel that I have covered the whole bottle, then I stopped. I think you guys can understand by watching what I'm doing in the video right now. Just, you know, splatter, 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 splatter until lah penuh satu botol. Acrylic paint ni fast drying, so once you're done with this step, cepat-cepat biwas tangan. Kalau tidak nanti melekat kat korang punya thumb. Comel tak? Comel tak? Lawa kan? Inilah hasil dia. For the fourth bottle, I'm going to wrap the top and the bottom part of the bottle using some hem cord. Using multi-purpose glue, I glued the tip of the hem cord and then started wrapping the hem cord around the top part of the bottle. Korang tak perlu pun nak gam sepenuhnya pada all the hem cord and the top part of the bottle. Just sikit-sikit sahaja. Maybe after 1 or 2 rounds of wrapping, then you guys put some glue and then continue again to wrap and then put some glue, and then whenever necessary, then you put some glue. For the bottom part, I worked my way from bottom to the top instead of top to bottom because I feel like lagi kemas, lagi mudah kalau buat daripada bawah. The same thing applies about the glue just now. I glued the tip of the hem cord and then worked my way around the bottle and then put some more glue every several rounds. You know, you don't have to glue the entire bottle. And you can also cut your hem cord in shorter length to make the wrapping movement easier. When you're done with one string of cord, you can simply start with the new cord by gluing the tip and then start wrapping as usual. Lastly, what I did was I used a lighter to burn the excess strands from the hem cord that were coming out, just like how I did on my hanging shelves earlier. So ini rupa dia bila dah siap. Korang letaklah apa-apa kat dalam tu untuk dekor. These are the supplies that I used to build my DIY Sunburst Mirror, and probably you will need the same as well. I would say that this is my most favourite DIY so far because hasil dia memang puas hati sangat, memang lawa, memang style. despite being, cheap and simple to do. Firstly, I took out the mirror out of the frame. Next, saya buat dua bulatan pada cardboard mengikut saiz cermin tadi, dan saya akan potong kedua-dua bulatan ni. Satu bulatan tu akan dijadikan sebagai base belakang dan satu lagi dia akan jadikan sebagai penutup hadapan. Next, I mark the center point of the mirror on the cardboard. And then, using the compass pencil, I made 3 circles of different sizes on the cardboard. These 3 circles are my guide untuk tampal lidi kejap lagi. And 3 circles meaning that I have 3 levels of bursting effect for my sunburst mirror. Kalau korang nak pecahan matahari korang tu satu level saja, so korang buat satu bulatan je lah kan. But for me, I made 3, so akan ada 3 different level which you guys will see later on this video. I also made 4 straight lines on the diameter of the cardboard, and these lines will also guide me when I'm going to glue my skewer stick later on. I started gluing my stick on the largest circle first, and lidi yang ada pada bulatan besar ni akan jadi lidi yang paling panjang pada saya punya sunburst mirror. To be honest, I found it a bit difficult to explain the step-by-step process for this part. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave you guys to watch this video first. I'm going to put some notes on the screen, and I'll be back with the voiceover once this gluing and sticking part is done. So once dah siap tampal lidi-lidi tadi, I glued the second cardboard on top of the sticks to properly secure them. While waiting for the sticks to dry, I went on to make a frame for my mirror using another piece of cardboard. Same thing like I did earlier, I traced the size of my mirror on the cardboard, and then I drew a slightly smaller circle inside it. I cut out the cardboard based on the lines that I drew to create a cardboard ring or hoop that will act as the frame for my mirror. Next, I wrapped some hem cord or hem rope around the hoop, which you are seeing in this video right now. For this part, rasanya tak payah nak terangkan kot, because I think it's pretty much basic. Just glue your hem cord and then start wrapping around the hoop. I think you would understand better by watching me doing it in the video here. So this is how the frame looks like when it's done. As for the color, I spray painted my sunburst mirror with golden yellow samurai paint. You can choose whatever color that you want. Normally Sunburst Mirror would go with gold, yellow, sometimes with black color as well. So the last step was to glue my mirror on the base and also to glue my frame on the mirror. Make sure the mirror is centered. Tak nak dah penat-penat buat, tiba-tiba sengat pula kita punya cermin kan. So, and also the frame, apply some glue and then stick the frame on top of the mirror. I left it to dry overnight, and I even put some heavy items on top of it to make sure that the frame sticks properly. So that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy the video and I hope it gives you guys some ideas or inspiration to start your own DIY project as well. I'm so excited to share with you guys the part 2, which is the whole process of the bedroom makeover, which I will upload next week. So I hope you guys will stay tuned, subscribe, like my videos, like this video, share with your friends, you know, do whatever you want with the video. Except for touching the dislike button, you know, jangan kata-kata nak usik dislike button tu. If you have any questions or comments, tinggalkan kat bawah and then I'll get back to you guys. Maybe you guys nak tanya apa-apa pasal DIY project tu ke apa. Stay safe, stay at home, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.